Atlanta fan for 45 years.
Late night vibes, turning up the heat. T-Will on the mic, can't accept defeat. My ATL sports show, he's running the game. Atlanta Falcons fly high. You know the name. In the heart of the A, where the pride runs deep. From the Braves to the Falcons, he's keeping it real, no sleep. He's got the scoop, every player, every play. Bringing the thunder every single day. T-Will, shining bright on the airwaves, bringing sports tonight. Atlanta heart, with a soul so free. My ATL special, it's the place to be.
Welcome, ATL fans. Welcome to Sippin' Tea with T-Will and my co-host, the lovely Miss Una Snipe.
Hello.
Una, how you doing? All well?
I
Everything
am
okay?
good. I am good. Thank you for asking. I'm out here in this hot 108-degree weather and staying in 70-degree AC.
I don't blame you one bit. Let me tell you something. It is hot outside. And if you are outside today and that's what you have to do, then please be sure to drink the appropriate amount of liquids.
Okay.
And hey, man, be careful and check on yourself. Take care of yourself. Happy 4th to you and to everyone out there, Miss Una. I understand that you got your food prepared early and got that done, got that out the way, right?
I did. Yeah, because it's only me and my son, so we're just going to be snacking all night.
Hey, man, nothing wrong with that. I love me some July the 4th vittles.
Yeah,
so
I do.
The barbecue chicken and ribs and fixes and baked beans and potato salad, all that other stuff that comes along with it.
Hello.
I love it. I can't get enough of it. So it is all good. We have a heck of a show for everyone tonight. We'll be talking about a litany of topics. We'll be talking about All the Queen's Men season 5.
Yes.
It's basically just a catch up, right? Where we are. It's on season 5, episode 5. We talked about that show last week, so we'll give you just a little bit of preview as to what's going on currently in the show.
Okay.
Then we will get to some upcoming TV series and movies that are coming out that everybody might be interested in, could be interested in. One of them is The Worst Neighbor Ever, and that's a docu-series.
Is that on Netflix?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Somebody told me to watch that.
Yeah, and it's produced by Jason Blum, the guy over at Blumhouse.
Yeah.
So, if you like Blumhouse stories, you probably would like this, right? But it's basically 4 separate episodes on beefs in neighborhoods. It just went crazy. It just went left.
Right.
So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Apple TV's Lucky. We'll get into some up and coming movies like Night Nurse, which is kind of a thriller / noir film, and we'll get into that.
I kind of like that.
And then we'll get into the live action adaptation of Moana. And then a topic that I thought was very good, provided by Miss Una, is Jay-Z's 30th anniversary release of Reasonable Doubt at the Target store. At the Target.
Come on now.
Target.
I'm a little torn about that. I'm a little torn.
I mean, it's. Let me tell you something. It's it's one of those topics, man. It's very polarizing. So I can see the cons and pros. Can't wait to get into that one. We'll also talk about some trends that we're seeing where a lot of married people are living in separate residences, which, hey, to each his own. I'm not going to criticize anybody, but I don't know that I would do that.
Right.
I thought, why not? Let's talk about it. We'll also be talking about work wives and work husbands and a lot to say about that. Like, you know what? I'll save it for the show, but it's gonna be interesting.
We need to hold.
And then last but not least, we'll be talking about Brandon Sorsby. I'll tell you about this guy. So he's a college athlete, Una, and he bet on college football. So he's playing quarterback, I believe, for Indiana, and he bet on Indiana his freshman year. That's a no-no. That's why Pete Rose is not in the Hall of Fame today. Like, if there's one rule you don't break,
you cannot do that.
It's that, right? And so we'll get into that because this guy apparently tried to sue his way back in, claiming that he had a gambling addiction. So we'll get into all of that. But hey, that's our show. Super excited.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, let's get into it. And again, super excited about it. Let's go to All the Queen's Men. So you and I talked about All the Queen's Men last show.
Yes.
It's a Tyler Perry show.
Yes.
It's an interesting show. It's basically about a young lady named Madam who was a queen pin, okay? And she owns a nightclub or a stripper club.
Yes.
With all this, where all the folks can go to see the male strippers.
Right.
But she really is a crime boss.
Right.
Okay, she's a crime lord. And so the show is all about that, right? And so season 4 finale, just to wrap it up, Madam was acquitted in court. She beat some charges. She beat the charges. Renee, which is one of the people coming against her, was fatally stabbed. Or I'm sorry about that. Renee, which is a stalker who was sleeping with one of the characters. By the way, there's a lot of
stuff going on.
A lot of hanky-panky going on the show, okay? But Renee, one of the characters who was sleeping with one of the strippers midnight, I guess she caught feelings, and she wasn't going to let him go, you know? And so she stabbed him, okay? Amp, who is Madam, the main character, played by Eva Marcel, her nephew, met his mother, who came back. She abandoned him when he went to prison a long time ago, and he discovers her true motives. Blue, who is, I guess you could say, Madam's right-hand man or woman, right-hand woman, made a deadly loyalty choice, so she killed somebody that was close to her for the sake of the team, so to speak. And the finale ended with Madam getting shot and bleeding out. So it was kind of like a who shot JR thing back in the day. You remember Dallas?
Yes, of course. Dallas, we did not figure that out for eons.
Yeah, my grandmother loved Dallas.
It felt like forever.
My mom not so much. My mom was
like
a big
Dynasty.
soap opera person. I love that. I like Dynasty.
Dynasty was my thing.
With Joan Collins, right?
Yes,
that was Joan Collins. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of in love with Joan Collins in the 80s.
No, you wasn't. Did you read any of her books? You know she was a writer. No, her sister was a writer.
I didn't. But I was in love with her. Let's just put it. We'll leave that right there. But just suffice to say, whenever she came on the screen, it didn't matter what she said. I was just like,
you don't care if she was fighting anybody. You don't care about none of that. If she's on this,
I was a teenage boy. Well, you know what I mean? What am I gonna do? But anyway, so we started season 5. Episode's called I See Dead People. And Madam is hospitalized, comatose. Detective Davis investigates the shooting. James scrambles to protect his daughter. And Madam has a vision of her late sister, Carla, urging her to fight. Okay? The title of that episode, I See Dead People. In episode 2, They Not Like Us, Blue and Tommy, they're basically her henchmen. Okay? Blue is a female, but she's done some time in Afghanistan. Probably was some sort of special forces. You get the feel she's a special forces person. And Tommy just likes to kill people. But they push harder to identify the shooter. Amp wrestles with secrets involving a character named Dime. And Dime is also a young lady that works at the club. And Dime is pregnant. Okay? And he's wrestling with, should he say anything to her? Because she hasn't. I'm sorry, she's pregnant by him. I should do a better job.
Okay, yeah. I need to know who she's pregnant by. We got a crime to solve.
Right. But he's wrestling with the fact of, should he broach the conversation with him, right? So episode 3 pop out and show him El Fuego, who is another dancer. All these dancers. El Fuego, who's another dancer, takes a big risk to stop a brewing turf war threatening the club. Miss Tandy, who is the mayor, okay? And you'll recognize Miss Tandy, Una. She's, I believe she was a VJ back in the day. She's been very involved in V103, but you'll recognize her. I forget her name in real life. But she's discovered that she's been betrayed. She's also doing the hanky panky with the dances.
Right.
Like I say, there's a lot of hanky panky going on the show. Okay, you do the hanky panky and no, that's the hokey pokey. Anyway,
Right. Well,
episode 4, Doc
concept.
faces a dangerous doxing threat. A recovering madam reasserts control over a shaky business partner. And episode 5 basically gets into, madam's going off on everybody because they haven't found out who her shooter was. And madam is incredibly unlikable.
She done made it all the way through the...
Yeah, but the madam is incredibly unlikable in this season. Like, she's just going off on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Incredibly unlikable. I'm kind of scared to say that because she might be at my door next. Like, I don't.
Yes.
It's just a podcast, madam. Like, what do you want?
Exactly.
Okay. Put the gun away. No, kidding. Anyway, let's go on. So we got. But hey, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a very interesting show. It is not for kids, mind you. Okay, there's a lot of the hanky panky going on.
So we got
you do not
monitor
watch
your
this
children
show with your kids. Make sure you watch it with your significant other when the kids are fast asleep, because it's a lot of the hanky panky going on. Okay, and they show a lot. I'm just gonna leave it there.
And you know what I'm gonna leave there? Every time you say hanky panky, somebody got to take a drink. You done said
hanky panky.
You done said it about 15 times.
Okay. If I would have known that, I would have had the proper refreshments, but I don't. But anyway.
Exactly.
Moving on, let's get to our TV series, right? So, essentially, Worst Neighbor Ever is very interesting to me, and I'm gonna check it out probably sometime this weekend.
I watch that all the time.
It's a Netflix true crime docuseries. It's not scripted. It's not a personality-driven reality show.
No.
It was executive produced by Jason Blum from Blumhouse Television.
Right,
you guys have seen all the Blumhouse movies. They're typically really good, right?
Yeah.
So, it covers 4 real neighborhood dispute cases that escalated into harassment, fraud, and violence.
I've been watching.
There's a Kentucky shooting, an Indiana gas explosion, an Oakland harassment case, and a Sherman Oaks fraud case. Now, Miss Una, let me ask you this. Have you ever had a beef with a neighbor?
Hell
just a beef. Like that neighbor you just didn't like it just... It's just to the point somebody needs to move. You ever had that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Right.
And my condo, my condo, the lady that lived on my same floor, she was determined to say I don't live there. Like, she just harassed the heck out of me every time. Like, it was just weird. Very weird stuff.
Was she older?
No, we ain't about to give it up to that. She was about our age. But she was so determined. So she would start sending in anonymous little letters to the damn HOA. So yes, I have been harassed.
Okay. I get it.
And you know what we wanted to do. We ready to fight.
No, I hear you. I understand. Island Mike says, "Happy 4th to y'all. No Falcons." I'm out. What up, Island Mike? How you doing, man? We appreciate it. Yeah, Island Mike he only loves sports. He doesn't want to talk about it. Hey, Island Mike, I appreciate you showing up, brother. Thank you. And a happy 4th to you. Island Mike lives in the island of Puerto Rico.
Okay, Puerto Rico.
He's my guy. Let me tell you something about Island Mike. Island Mike is 60 and looks 35. Okay?
I'm going to Puerto Rico.
I am jealous. He's doing something right.
Yeah,
okay?
seriously.
I don't know what he's doing, but Island Mike is doing something right. That's all.
Fish every day.
He's doing something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But so I've over the years, like I've probably had maybe 1 or 2 neighbors that I just was like, you know what? I just really don't like you. Exactly. And it because to me it's like it's the ticky-tacky stuff.
Exactly.
And I'm like, bro, why are you over here? Like, let me live. I'm not bothering you.
Right.
I'm not bothering you.
Right.
And it's just what I really don't like are people that think more of themselves than what they should. And don't get me wrong, look, I'm all about self-esteem. You should believe in
But there's a
yourself.
there's a
But
thin
your right
line between
ends.
love and
Yes,
hate.
correct.
Shoot.
Well, your right ends where mine begins, right? So, it's good that you think a lot of yourself, and that's great. But
Mm-hmm.
usually, people that do that, he said, Alan Mike said, get it right. He said, thanks for the kind words. I'm 63, and he
What?
is. But, I'm telling you, the man looks 35. He's got abs.
You got
I mean,
ass, Mike?
let me tell you something. Island Mike looks. I want
That
to
you
be
know the
Island
Puerto
Mike when I
Rico,
grow up.
those islands take care of you
I'll
now.
tell you something. I'm 55. I want to be Island Mike when I grow up. Okay. I know I said I'm 55. Whatever. Okay. So, yeah, but again, I'm interested to see this. So I was watching another Netflix show, and I don't think it's this one, but there was this one where this lady just hated. She. I'm trying to be strategic.
Okay.
So she was non-melanated.
Okay.
And most of her neighbors were melanated.
Okay.
And she was the type, don't come on my lawn, don't do this, don't do that. And a lot of the tenants in the neighborhood, they're kids, right? They're kids. So, they can run on your lawn, whatever. But she was always so extra.
Right.
And she would always go out and engage them and say the most inappropriate things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And basically, in one of these instances, what she said to this young man and what she did, I'm not going to get into it, but it was bad. It was bad. And so the mother went over to her house to check her, right? And is banging on the door, and she's angry. And this lady shot her through the door and ended up killing her. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
What?
You got to be, yes, shot her through the door.
You talking about this neighbor thing? You talking about on the neighbor?
No. That's a separate one. I'm just saying this is one that I watched on Netflix. I don't think this is that.
Oh, it's not the same thing. Okay.
No, it's not the same. But it was a story, and it broke my heart because you see these kids.
Right.
And their mom was, again, the stuff that the lady did, she knew what she was doing. You know what I mean? Like, she's one of those, I want to talk all the trash, and then when you come to my door, well, you can tell your mom, blah, blah. And then when you come to my door, now I'm afraid for my life. Don't do that.
Exactly.
How about you engage the parents?
Exactly.
How about you have a conversation with the parents and be rational and reasonable, okay? But the issue is this lady viewed all of these kids as a threat. She shouldn't have been there in the first place. You know what I mean? Because if you hate your neighbors, how about you move?
How about you move? Seriously.
You can live by whoever you want to live by.
Right.
That's fine. But if you hate your neighbors, how about you just move?
And then they be on a campaign. I'm talking about a full-on campaign.
Yeah.
To get us out of their head rent-free.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, but I think what ended up happening is she did end up eventually going to jail after folks complained, and they investigating. And I think the story got local press on the news, but it was heartbreaking because you actually see the kids and when it happens and their mom is gone over just foolishness.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's
and it was sad. So anyway, I thought that was interesting, but we'll move on. Let's get to these. We got one more series. There's Lucky on Apple. It's a limited crime drama. It premieres July the 15th. First 2 episodes together, then weekly through August the 19th finale. It's based on Marlisa Stapley's best-selling novel and Reese's book club pick. Anna Taylor-Joy stars as Lucky, a con artist pulled back into danger after a heist goes wrong, hunted by the FBI and a crime boss simultaneously. And just looking at the previews, it looked pretty good, Miss Una. Now, am I going to say it's an Oscar-winning series? I mean, I'm not saying
how many seasons is it? It just one season?
Very entertaining, right? It looked entertaining. It really did. Speaking of entertaining, did you happen to catch the series on Netflix, I Will Find You?
I have not started I Will Find You, but I just...
You need to.
Yeah, somebody else told me that They said
Yes.
between that and the polygamous, apparently, I need to be watching.
And you know what? I've heard that about the polygamous. And that's going to be my next series.
And
Because
you know that's an African series. The African lady
yeah,
that was on there, she said you should not watch it in English. You should watch it in its regular Nigerian accent and then put subtitles. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that.
yeah, I
My
don't think I'll be able to do
ADHD,
that
the
either.
way my
I'm gonna tell
ADHD
you.
work,
Yes.
I'm
Say it again. Say
the
it
way
again.
my and then I'll turn away to iron some clothes and it'll be like blah, 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 whatever. I can't.
Let
No.
me tell you something,
Yeah.
man.
No.
I'm 55 years old. I don't do well with distractions. It is
Mm-mm.
hard enough for me to hear and concentrate when it's in English.
Exactly.
Why are you going to add an extra barrier to
No.
it?
No.
I don't
Thank
need
you.
those challenges in
No,
my
I
life.
would rather see your lips move wrong. While you
Amen. Amen. I'm with you there, sister.
Shoot.
I'm with you.
Mhm.
But yeah, definitely check out I Will Find You because the you're not gonna guess who the bad guy
Somebody
is. And
else
I'm gonna
said
leave it
that
there.
too, so I want to see that. I'm gonna watch that tonight.
Definitely got to check that out. And you said the polygamist, right?
Yeah, so whoo, baby, the
I've
polygamous.
heard that. I've heard it's very good.
Yeah, and
Trisha Nelson liked
it's
it.
not like polygamy what you would think. That's the whole mix
Okay.
of the show.
Okay.
It's not like they are living in a polygamous society, but yeah, it's got some stuff going on with it for
All right.
sure. Yes.
Tika Nelson thought that
Hey
was funny. So
Tika, hey Tika,
Oh,
Tika,
good.
Tika, happy 4th.
yeah, she says I Will Find You was really
Okay,
good. It
yeah,
was.
so we're gonna have
It was.
to watch that.
'Cause the whole time, the thing about I Will Find You is I'm sitting up here watching it going, he's the bad guy and she's the bad guy. And I was wrong.
And you
And
had
when you
it all
get to who
wrong.
it is, when you get to who it is, you're like, I know you lying.
Oh, wait, the mama.
You're talking about from
You
His
talking
and
about
Hers.
the mama was
His and Hers, yeah.
the
It's
mama
like
was
that.
the.
It's like that, but not.
But
not
I
as
Will
much, but
Find
it
You
is like
wasn't
that.
where the mama was the killer.
No, that was His and Hers.
That was His and Hers. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
which was another one where I was like, oh,
I was
God.
like, what? Yeah.
Bro, when I got to that when the very end of that last episode, and her mom wrote her that letter,
I
was
wasn't
like,
ready. I wasn't
it was
ready.
like a Home Alone moment where I was like,
Oh my
you
God.
are lying to me. Stop it. It was
Yeah, that
great.
was too much.
Let me tell you something. That's probably one of the best endings of all time that I've seen in
Yeah.
the series.
Yeah. In a minute.
Everybody that I talked to was like, no way. No effing way. So, yeah. Tika says the polygamist is a must watch. She says, hey, y'all, happy 4th. Happy 4th.
Tika, you need to tell me what I need. You need to get me to like season 2 or episode 13. I need to know what's going to be going on, Tika. I need a head start of what my mind is going to have to expand on to watch the polygamist, because in my mind, I'm thinking it's a house full of the African king with 10 wives, but apparently it's not like that.
My daughter likes a lot of the African series. My middle daughter Maya, she likes a lot of the African series. So I've watched quite a few with her. I hadn't watched The Polygamist yet, but it is definitely on my list. So
Don't watch that with her though.
You said what?
Don't watch it with her. How old is your
Oh no, I'm not.
Yeah,
She would be like, ooh, like she wouldn't want to watch it with me.
Right.
Tika says, you got to watch all the episodes. Sorry, you got to watch all the
Tika,
episodes.
I thought you was my home.
Just how it's gonna be. Sorry about that. All right, let's get to our movie preview. So we've got Night Nurse, which is an indie film, and I'm gonna tell you right off, this movie probably isn't for everybody. But what's interesting about it to me is there's literally this night nurse who I guess works for a service and goes out to take care of men specifically,
right.
certain age who have certain ailments, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess from what it looks like from the trailer, she falls in love with one of her patients who is a scammer, who is also calling men his age, like 55 and older. Which you ain't gonna get me, buddy. But he's having women he's basically scamming dudes 55 and older, and she becomes a part of the scam, right? And so then the FBI gets involved. Now, I don't know if this is a true story or not, but it looked really interesting. So again, I'm not gonna say this is a must watch. It's definitely an indie film. If movies are your thing, probably
Movies
not a
are my
bad thing to go
thing.
check this out on the weekend. But again,
Yes.
I don't know that other than that it's a must see. But it did look
Okay.
interesting.
Okay.
All
Yeah, I
right.
might check it out.
All right. Next, we got the live adaptation of Moana, which should be released July 10th, along with
Wait a minute.
Nightmares.
Next week?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's coming out next week. And Catherine Lagaala stars as Moana. Okay, it's her film debut.
Okay.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson reprises his role as Maui, and from the previews, it looks pretty good. So I have nieces. I'll probably check it out.
Yeah, I'll probably check it out. I'll probably check it out.
Because I'm cool. I'm cool, Uncle Terry.
Of course you are.
I gotta.
And you gotta go spend that $550 for their snacks.
Don't you say that? You know what's funny? So like I can't have popcorn, right?
My popcorn is on my over here on my side table, and I'm like, I'm running to go get that.
Eat some for me. I have diverticulosis.
Oh yeah, no, you can't. There's a lot of things you can't eat.
If you know, you know. I'm not going to say.
Know. I know. You know, I got a bachelor's in nursing. You know, I know.
Yeah. All right. So you and it's the osis, not the itis. So you know that.
Yeah.
One.
Yes.
Yeah. So I won't bless our users with what happens, but I can't have popcorn.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about that movie anyway. So that is cool. Now we are going to get into one of our topics, and that is the Jay-Z Target case study.
Yes.
Now, Miss Una, here's the deal. Jay-Z's releasing a 30th anniversary edition of Reasonable Doubt as a Target exclusive 2 LP white vinyl. $40 limited to 4 per customer, includes a remix of the opening track. Okay. And this certainly is not a neutral choice by Mr. Jay-Z, as Target has been under ongoing boycott since January 2025 after rolling back its DEI initiatives. The boycott hit Target stock hard, roughly a 30% decline in 2025. I don't know where they are, but it is a polarizing topic. So first and foremost, let me ask you, where are you on this Jay-Z releasing this album in Target? Is he crossing the picket line here?
Yes, and we don't like it. We don't like it. We don't like it because now you talking billionaire talk. So you just doing you just doing deals, and it's a double-edged sword because now I also think that Target was like, we got to do something. We got to get Jay-Z. We got to do something to get people back into the store. But what they don't know, if they do go in there, they only going to get the album. And then still, the bill boycott still be on.
Okay.
So.
Let me ask you this. You think Jay-Z's going to lose some fans behind this or no? Like, give me your thoughts.
I mean, the streets are talking. And they're putting him into a whole nother category outside being a legacy rapper. So they're thinking that he's just trying to, like, exploit his first album, get people buying, but also he's in bed with Target. That's what they're thinking. That's what they're thinking. They think he's in bed with Target because Target needs an icon like him to be able to get people back into the Target stores. And once you get into Target, you be like, I got to get something else. You ain't going just straight to go get no. And then who's playing vinyl? Now we all got to get record players? Or people putting them on
now you're a Gen Xer. You don't have a record player.
I do. I ain't even gonna lie.
I do too. Because let me tell you something. There's nothing like that vinyl sound.
It ain't nothing like it.
I don't care what you say. There's nothing like when you put that out and you hear that first, there's nothing like that.
And then you be like, it's skipping. Why does it keep skipping?
Well, I mean, you got to take care of
you. Do have to.
Saying, there's nothing like that. Like when you watch House Party, one of the things I love about it is in the first frame you hear them put on that Luther Vandross album.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, all right, but you
Mm-hmm.
hear it. You hear that sound. There's nothing like vinyl sound, man. But I agree with you. You look, man. At a certain point, as a consumer, you have to make your statement. You have to make your revenue dollars mean something. And I agree. Now, let me ask you this: is there another place that we could get the album and not support?
No,
Obviously, you know
it's exclusive.
those people,
It's exclusive.
not those people, but that
Well,
store.
it's
So
exclusive. So
not support that store. Those Target
I
people.
mean, unless
There,
they're
I
going,
said it.
it's going to be some people that is going to do resales. So people
Yeah.
can get a resale. I'm sure people are going to buy the 4 albums that they can, and then they
Right.
can hop on and try to get a resale.
Right. Well, you know what? Let me take a step back. I'm not talking about any particular people. I'm saying Target as an entity.
Yeah,
Okay.
target as
Target
an
as an
entity for
entity.
sure.
As an entity. No, because you got to say that because I don't want these folks coming for me. I'm saying as an entity, there is an ongoing, I'll say boycott against them. And look, this show isn't about politics. I'm simply saying this is a segment for the culture.
For
Okay,
sure.
and culturally, this is something that this is a hotbed topic. Like,
It
and
is.
and and he probably got a sweetheart deal. Like, you know
Of
what I
course
mean?
it
So
did. So we
the
dealing with legacy here. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So when you're dealing with a legacy rapper, somebody that has been hot for 30 years and is still and is a billionaire, and
mhm.
that takes a lot of us to be like, yeah, I'm just following Jay-Z wherever he go. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, there are gonna be lines for that album, and then
You
he's
think
got
so?
the yeah, and then
You
he's
think
got the
you think?
three
Go ahead.
concerts
I'm sorry.
at 3 concerts at Central Park. That's coming up next week. So all of that stuff is culminating together.
So
He
on
don't
the
do
one
nothing
hand,
without a
I can
plan.
understand. I can understand why people are upset, but on the other hand, they probably gave him a really sweet deal,
Of course they did, but
like
it ain't. And this ain't no
like
trickle down theory.
yeah, like a really really sweet
You
deal.
know they gave
So
him some money.
yeah, so I mean, as a capitalist, and you know what, it's got to be tough because I know Jay Z has opened doors for a lot of people personally. I know he has. I know he's given back tremendous
Yeah,
resources for African Americans
he
in
has.
various programs. So I'm kind of torn, to be honest with you. Would I have done it? No, but then I'm not at that level. You
Well,
know what I mean?
his last final words was, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman." That was one of his,
Ah,
that was one of his lyrics. He said, "I'm not a
say that
biz."
again,
One of his lyrics says, "I'm a business." He said, "I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man.
man.
Like
Let me
I'm
tell you
an
something.
entire
I love
business. I
that.
ain't no businessman."
I love that line. That's kind of
Yeah.
dope. That's a dope
Mhm.
line. But yeah, no.
Mhm.
In all seriousness, I, I'm torn because I can look it at a certain point. You know, you got to spend your revenue dollars where you're going to be treated. That is like
That's my whole point.
that's the only power that we have, the power of
If we
currency.
got $3 trillion of
Right,
buying power,
right,
we
right.
just need to just think about it.
Yeah, no, I mean it's I get it. I can see it from his side, but I think look it, man. Everybody's not a billionaire, and at the end of the day, you got to go where you're going to be treated the right way. And if you're not going to do that, then it is what it is. So I get it. Interesting topic. Hey, if you're in the chat, let us know where you stand. How do you feel about Jay-Z releasing his album in Target? Are you going to go buy it? Are you not? Let us know. Give us your thoughts. Next we got then versus now. Who's defining this era? Now, Miss Una, this was all you because I don't know half these people on this list. So I'm going to introduce it, and it's going to go where it's going to go.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me.
So what we're doing is we're comparing the artist of 30 years ago to someone who could potentially be on their level now. Right now, and we got Jay-Z in one category, and then you got Dolce and Little Baby.
Well, okay. That was my whole point. The question is are they able to? Do we have any comparisons? Do we literally have any comparisons? So, who you gonna compare Jay-Z to?
I don't know.
Today,
I don't know.
The Little Baby is the Little Baby.
Maybe Kendrick. Maybe Kendrick.
But Kendrick been around for quite some time. 2008.
Yeah, but
okay, so we'll give you Kendrick. We'll give you Kendrick. Yeah.
That's the only person I could think of.
Yeah, I can see Kendrick.
I mean, dude went to Super Bowl on a diss track, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
And he's still number one.
Yeah. So I think Kendrick, Nas, and Central C. Now I don't know who Central C is.
Me neither. I was trying to figure out because I looked it up and I was like, wait a minute, who the heck is Central C? So I'm about to find out right now.
Okay.
Let's find out who Central C is.
I have no idea who Central C is. Let me see if I can look
and I could probably ask my son for some rappers, but they too young. So he's
a British rapper. Born in 1998, known professionally as Central C, is a British rapper from Shepherd's Bush. And no disrespect to the Brits, but no.
No, thank you.
That's a no.
That's not happening.
All right, then we got Dolce and Missy Elliott.
I can see that because they're both like, kind of avant-garde with their stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I can see them having, and Dolce is very, very talented. She produces, she writes, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I could see them being together.
Missy Elliott for me was that artist that just whatever she made, I really didn't care what she said. It just made me move.
Exactly.
It just made me
exactly.
When I didn't want to move, I'd be at a party and I can't stand the rain. And you're like, you know what? Let me get up.
In
you know what I
mean? Window. Yeah, you ain't lying.
Yeah. All right. So here's one that really caught my interest.
Okay.
Lil Wayne and Little Baby. Now that's a good one.
I think that's a good one too.
That is a good one, and I like Lil Baby.
I think Lil Baby has the most longevity to turn himself into legacy.
Yeah,
and Lil Wayne don't even remember who he wrote. You seen his commercial with Alexa? And he was like, Alexa, what's that song with the crocodiles and the da-da-da-da? And Alexa was like, you wrote it. He said, what?
And you know what? That's probably art imitating life, right?
Yes, because he said he can't remember a lot of his songs that he wrote. And he wrote so many. But
that, and you probably need to stop.
You try to slow down.
I'm gonna leave that right
Slow
there. But it's interesting. He recently missed a concert. It was the opening night of his concert tour. This happened, I believe, last week or the week before, and a lot of people are saying, "Well, see, that's why you didn't have him on the Super Bowl because he's not reliable."
Yeah.
So you're in the music business. You would have an insight into that. Like, is this true? Is he known for like missing concerts? Is he as bad as Lauryn Hill or like?
No, it's not. It's not that. It's that he does what he does, and so when you think we was gonna have at the Super Bowl a whole bunch of Tunchi? You think we was gonna have a whole bunch of Lick My Lollipop? You think we was gonna have a whole bunch? Like, seriously?
Well, so one thing I'll say about Lil Wayne, there's a couple of songs like, well, you can't really say F the world, but there is a song where he's like, that one's pretty good. And then there's one with Bruno Mars.
I love a lot of his good songs, but what I'm saying is he babbles on the mic.
Yeah.
Can't hardly understand him, and he would have never had a show like Kendrick.
Okay.
He would have
That's
had
fair.
to have a lot of, special guests
I,
or something.
I just know he felt betrayed.
Well,
I know he really felt betrayed that he didn't get there because it was in Louisiana, which is his
well,
hometown.
business is
And
business.
I know that was.
And he, come here, what you want me to do?
well, business is.
Business is business. He know that.
The way you said that, I just gotta chill. Like, I know you're a Hall of Famer, Wayne. The business is business, okay, buddy? I'm sorry.
Shoot.
All right,
I'm
go back to your
serious.
commercial, Wayne. You'll be all
Right.
right.
Exactly. That's the most open I've seen his eyes in a while on the commercial.
Okay. Mary J. Blige and Summer Walker.
Yeah. I would probably give Mary J. Blige to. Yeah, Summer Walker. I could say Summer Walker. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure.
I respect Mary J. You know what I mean? I respect Mary J.
And I think
Brandy
Summer
and
Walker.
Coco,
Who you said? What's the next
Brandy
one?
and Coco Jones. Let me tell you something. I love me some Brandy, okay?
Yeah, I do too.
I love me some Brandy.
I do too.
And I don't know about this Coco Jones. Like I don't know.
Okay, well, wait. Let me do some more research then. So who would we compare now? Let me see. Who would we compare?
I don't know.
Who can we compare? Brandy?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I don't have an issue with Coco Jones. It's just Brandy for me. I love her music.
Yeah.
I love her music. Even her music from today, I love. Like a lot of artists, you love their music from back in the day in 10, 12, whatever years ago. But Brandy still makes stuff that
she does.
Like.
She does. I mean, you ain't lying.
And it's weird because when my mom, like, usually when someone who's close to me passes away, a part of my grieving, and I'm weird. It's weird right now. So those of you watching this show, I can acknowledge I'm weird. Okay, I'll give you that. I'm weird. But when people that are close to me pass, and I've had my aunt pass, I've had my niece pass, I've had my grandma pass, and then my mom. And I had my dad and my mom pass. So that's like 5 people. In the last 6 years, my mom and my dad passed. But when my mom passed, so typically what happens is when these folks pass, a part of my grieving process is finding a song to just play over and over again.
That's nice.
And get through it. So when my aunt died, it was Jamie Foxx's "I Wish You Were Here."
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
and I almost didn't make the funeral on that one because that we had a beef that never got resolved, and
that's horrible.
That one was tough.
Yeah.
And then when my dad died, it was what's the one from Fast and Furious? It's been a long day.
I was about to say Vin Diesel.
There's that one. And then when my mom died, there's a song by Brandy called "Rather Be." And
yeah.
I was listening to it. It came on when she died. And I just hung on to it for like the jaws of life. Like
right.
She died 2 years ago. I still play it to this day. Right.
Oh.
So from that perspective, like Brandy is up there with
true.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just don't know that I've ever heard something by Coco that I would go, you know what?
That's
you know what I mean? So
that's it. Right.
That's weird. Usher, I think I have one for Usher, but
who do you have for Usher?
They've almost been in the game. Almost. I think Usher may have been like maybe 7-8 years before him, but for me, it's Chris Brown, right? But then it's like.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
They're both megastars.
Yeah, I can see that. I would give them. So Usher, you saying Chris Brown came behind Usher?
I just by a little bit, right?
Because Usher was too busy. Never mind. Yeah, Usher was very young when he started, and Chris Brown was 18.
He was very young.
Chris Brown was
Right.
18, and Lil
Right.
Wayne actually introduced him at one of his first shows. Yeah.
Right. Right. But like for me, so to me, when I look at Usher and Chris Brown, and I want to get your thoughts on this, but I see pieces of Michael in both of them. I see Michael Jackson's influence in both of them. Now, Usher is a vibe. Usher is a different kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like if I paid for my wife to go to see Usher in Vegas, she's sitting in the back row. All right, Kim, if you're watching this, you're sitting in the back row. You better not be fed a grape. Damn it. Okay, not playing that. All
not
right?
one grape.
But
what about a cherry?
No, absolutely not. Hell no.
And then she can tie the Terry with the cherry thing.
No, I'm good. But like, so for me, Chris Brown, and it's interesting. I had this argument with somebody about 20 years ago. We were working together, and he was like, Chris Brown is the best dancer that he's ever seen. And I was like, absolutely not. It's Turbo from Breaking. So again, you got to be really old to know who Turbo is. That is Boogaloo Shrimp.
Turbo has been out the building for quite some time.
Whatever. We are not going to disrespect his accomplishments. But anyway, what I will say is Chris Brown is definitely on that list. Okay.
Yeah.
Chris Brown.
So we got Usher and Chris Brown. Okay, I can see that.
Well, no, let me tell you something. I think Chris Brown is a better dancer than Usher. I don't even think and Usher's a great dancer.
Because Usher old now. Oh, that's why he ain't. Usher was looking a little slow.
Usher's a great dancer, but Chris Brown is legendary, right? So if I had a list,
you telling me Usher is not legendary?
I'm telling you, Usher is not on my top 5. You want to hear my top 5?
Yes, I would love to hear your top 5 because Usher ain't one of them, and we got some problems.
So top five, obviously Michael Jackson. Okay, obviously Michael Jackson. It starts with him. He is the king of dancing. Okay. Number 2.
Are we going off of dancing, or are we going off of their whole catalog?
Just dancing. Again, I'm not saying Usher's not a superstar. I'm saying just dancing.
Okay, so you got Michael.
You got Michael.
Okay.
Number 2 is probably gonna be. Oh my God, I can't think of their names. They were brothers. They were dancers in the 30s and 40s. They could jump 7, 8, 9 feet in the air, do splits. I forget that, but they've been accredited by several people in the entertainment industry.
We need Gen X people. You ain't about to be taking us back to tap dancing.
I did it. I'm just giving you my list.
So you're talking about the guy that played in played in Sophisticated Ladies on Broadway, and you're talking about I got it right here. His name is. Because my dad.
Hang on one second.
My dad.
I want to say it's the
Gregory.
Gregory. No, not Gregory Hines. Not him. He was a good dancer. He's not on my list. Danced in the 40s. They were twins. I forget their names. And African Black. What are their names? The Nicholas Brothers. There you go.
Okay, I like the Nicholas Brothers.
The Nicholas Brothers.
Yeah.
They could literally jump 7, 8 feet taller. They were the absolute best. You can't take anything away from them. They'd be number 2 on my list. Number 3 for me. Okay, it's just T-Will. Number 3 was Boogaloo Shrimp. Because if you've ever seen, and I define dancers, Turbo from Breaking.
Lord,
it's that just hear me out, okay? But I define dancers, me personally, because I used to dance back in the day. That's right. I used to be yeek.
You was yeeking?
I was yeeking.
Atlanta, if you are in the building, T-Will was yeeking.
Hey, that was all me. But I define great dancers as when you watch them, you cannot do what they do. Right. So I went to see Turbo and Ozone in concert back in the 80s. And Turbo had this thing called animation that I cannot do to this day. Okay, so for me, he's on that list. Next to me would be Chris Brown.
Okay. Okay.
because Chris Brown and Chris Brown and Turbo are like neck and neck. But I've seen Chris Brown do moves that if I tried now, I would break something. Like Chris Brown
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
born
You're not
to
lying.
dance. Chris Brown right now, right now, I would say Chris Brown is the greatest dancer alive. Now again, I'm old.
Yeah, right
So,
now. No. I can see that. I can see that right now.
but for me, I would say Chris Brown is the greatest dancer alive.
Yeah, I
and
can see
then
that.
number 5 for me would be Fred Astaire, just because hell, he was Fred Astaire. So, and again, you young folk, look up Fred Astaire. You're not going to know him, but he was very debonair. He was very smooth. He was a great dancer. But those are my top 5. Now, my question to you is, do you have a top 5 list?
For dancers or for
Yeah.
pop artists?
Dancers. If you don't,
I
it's
would
okay.
say, okay, so my top 5 would be, of course, the Hines brothers.
Okay.
Okay.
Gregory and his brother. I can't think of his brother's name, but I got you.
Yeah. And then I would also have Michael Jackson, of course. I would have Chris Brown up in there.
Okay, that's 3.
And who else would I have? I'm not giving.
Would you have Usher?
Yeah, I could do Usher. I could do Usher.
What about Janet?
Janet is more of a, there's a difference between technical dancers and dancers that can just move. Janet and Beyonce are technical dancers. My daughter's a dancer that can just move. She can choreograph. She's an amazing. You can see that. And there's one guy. The one guy I know, he's a choreographer. He does choreography for
Right.
people like Beyonce, all the big shows. And my daughter danced under him in
Didn't your son
Atlanta.
play baseball or whatever?
My son, yeah. Hmm.
It's just talent oozing all up and through the Snipes family.
That's what we do. What are you talking about?
Excuse me. Okay. Speaking for the regular people. Okay.
We are regular around here.
Janet would probably be number 6 on.
Yeah,
my
I can
list
see Janet
because
for sure.
Because in the video for "It's All Right" with, I believe, Cab Calloway, who's in that video, there's a move that Janet does that I rehearsed 100 times and could not get. Now, maybe I just suck. I don't know. I'm told I was pretty good back in the day. All right. So before y'all come for T Will, just understand, there's some videos out there of your boy from back in the day.
Oh yeah, we about to find those. We about to find those.
Back when I had a waist, okay, and could see my shoes, okay, I could do some real damage, okay.
With the
But I'm saying, like, she did a move, and "It's All Right" that to this day I just can't do it. So she probably would be number 6 on my list.
Okay.
Definitely would have the Hines brothers. So that's a good list. But all right, so then you got Mariah Carey, which, in my opinion, Mariah has no equal.
Yeah, I don't think
Mariah Carey to me is like Whitney Houston in the fact that
right.
they have no equal. Right.
I don't think we can find anybody, and if anybody knows in any of these chats that if y'all could think of a comparison right now to Mariah Carey, let me know, because I don't think so.
My wife would probably say Patti LaBelle, but I don't see Patti.
No,
like
Patti. No,
Patti to me, Miss Patti, is ethereal, right?
Yeah,
she's
for sure.
She's in her own category. But Mariah, the first time I heard Mariah, and Mariah, for those of you who don't know, okay,